Good morning, students. This is Santosh Barik, TGT English, Kendra Vidyalaya, Mastrak. Today, I shall teach you a poem that is The Road Not Taken, and it is written by a famous American poet, Robert Frost. So, let us read. This well known poem is about making choices and the choices that shape us. Means, this is a very well known poem, it's a very famous poem, and it's about making choices, means it's about taking decisions in our life which establish our future or which shape our future. Robert Frost is an American poet who writes simply but insightfully about common ordinary experiences. He writes simply, means he writes in simple manner using simple languages, and mostly his poems deal with the common ordinary experiences. It means everyday experiences, or we can say daily life experiences of the common man. But it has a deep meaning. Insightful means a very deep meaning. So let us start the poem. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveller, long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. So let me explain the first stanza. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood. Diverged means separated into a different direction. And yellow wood, why is it said to be yellow wood? Wood here means actually forest, and the forest appears yellow in color. It is because of the autumn season. And what happens in autumn season? All the most of the leaves on the trees have turned yellow. So the poet has come to an edge of a forest, means the poet has reached to the end of a forest where he finds two roads move in two different directions. And sorry, I could not travel both. Obviously, it's not possible for him to travel both the roads at the same time. And be one traveler, long I stood. And that's why he wanted to travel on a single road, but he was in a dilemma, he was in a confusion to which road he should choose or take in order to travel. And looked down one as far as I could. Therefore, he stands there for few seconds and looked down both the roads to decide which road he will take. To where it bent in the undergrowth. Undergrowth means dense growth of plants and bushes. So his eyes, his eyes goes far till a point where he could only see the plants and bushes and nothing else. Imagine you have gone to visit a seashore. If you stand there and look at the vast, endless sea, at a point you will not be able to see anything. That's what. Okay. Now let's come to the second stanza. Then took the other just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same. Then took the other. That means finally he comes to a decision and he decided to take the other road, means the second road. Why? He said that it is just as fair. He believes that by traveling upon the second road, he will be making justice, a fair justice to it, and having perhaps the better claim. Besides, he also thinks that if he travels by the second route, it will bring him name and fame, and he loves adventure too. Because it was grassy and wanted wear. Grassy means full of grass, and wanted wear. Wanted wear means had not been used, means the second road was not traveled by many people. Though as for that, the passing there had warned them really about the same. As I told you that he loves taking difficult decisions, he loves adventure. He decided that he would be the one who would start traveling upon the second route so that it will give an insight to other people to travel by that road. Now let's come to the third stanza. And both that morning equally lay in leaves no staff had trodden black. Oh, I kept the fast for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. And both that morning equally lay means when he comes to the edge of the forest, it was morning, and in both the roads, obviously, there is morning. In leaves, no staff had trodden black. As it is morning, no one has traveled on both the roads. So, the leaves which have fallen because of the autumn season, the ripened leaves which have fallen on both the roads, look as fresh as it is. It is because no stave had trodden black. Trodden means staved. What happens if any ripened leaf has fallen and if you staved on these leaves again and again, then that yellow leaves turn into black. But that day, as it was morning, he reached there and he finds that all the leaves are really very fresh. Oh, he kept the fast for another day. Therefore, he decided that he would reserve the fast road for some other day. Means what? He decided to travel upon the fast road some other day. That's why he kept this road as reserve, which means most of the people have traveled or have gone through the fast road. Yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. He knows that if he travels by the second road, this road will further lead to other roads, which means he is in doubt whether if he traveled by the second road, he would be able to come back to travel that road which he had kept reserved, means the fast road which he had kept reserved. Now, let's come to the last stanza. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Sigh means actually a deep breath, either of relief or sadness. So, here in this line, the end of the fourth stanza, the first line at the end of the fourth stanza, there is an ambiguity. Ambiguity means what? There is a small doubt. What does the poet want to convey in real? Therefore, he says that somewhere ages and ages means he will be telling this in future that there are two roads moved in two different directions and he took the one less traveled by. Less traveled by means what? He the road which was traveled upon by very few people. It means the second road. But somewhere here you can see that he had used the word, the pronoun I two times. I to the one less traveled by, which means he has emphasized upon that he took the second road and that has made all the difference. All the difference means what? It has changed his life, means he gets more name and fame and popularity. So that is what all for today. But before that, before I end it, I just want to tell you that there are some words which you need to remember. And this poem, the theme of this poem, is basically related to the decision which we take in our life. So, we need to take the decision very thoughtfully carefully so that to shape our future in a bright manner. Thank you.